Welcome to another Greensboro.com and JournalNow.com high school football video. We are previewing a big game this week in the Triad, Mount Tabor Spartans at Dudley Panthers, and we are talking to Mount Tabor Spartans coach Tiesuan Brown. Thank you so much for joining us, Coach.
Hey, thank you for having me, sir.
Your team is 3-0. First time that's happened since you've been the head coach. First time for the Spartans program since 2014. How have you guys gotten to this 3-0 start?
It's simple. We played a lot of young kids early on, and those young kids are seniors now. And we're a senior-led team with a lot of talent, and it's paying off right now.
Who are the main guys, the guys to watch who helped you get to this point in the last few years and this year?
Tyrese McIntyre. He stepped in at quarterback for us, and he's playing really well for us right now. His brother, B.J. McIntyre, is our returning co-conference player of the year at running back. And on the defensive side, we have 5 guys who signed to play college football, and they've been playing here for – most of them been starting for 3 years on the varsity. Max Uran, Josiah Banks, Javaz Chambers, Lance Simpson, and Jamarius Slade. And, those guys are all impact players on that defensive side. And, having those guys come back, it makes it a lot easier on the coaching staff.
Yeah, definitely. Less teaching and more tweaking when your guys know the system and know how things need to go. Every team kind of has its own personality. What's this different about this team? What is this Spartans team's personality?
Believe it or not, man, this team's a family. That's something I prided myself on. I wanted to build a family-type atmosphere, and they have a lot of love for one another. They play for one another. We have kids who are attending college right now who calls back and talk to the kids, watch film with them, and these seniors, they do the same thing for our JV players, and it's just that family atmosphere and that love that they have for one another and for the program. And it shows up on Friday nights and Thursday nights.
This week, you've got arguably the biggest game on your schedule, certainly at least to this point, in the Dudley Panthers. You've had some epic games with them in the last few years. Would you rather be playing them later in the year, kind of the way the schedule's gone in recent years, or is it a good thing to kind of get right down to business and get them in week 4?
Well, it really doesn't matter when we play them. We know that in order to win a conference championship, it's going to go between Mount Tabor and Dudley. So it's a big game. Our kids have always got up for it. Each year since I've been here, we play an extremely tough schedule. And this year, unfortunately, we didn't get to play some of those teams, but we have played Reagan. And I think we battle tested. Reagan's a really good football team. And we knew that this would be the next major challenge for us, and we're looking forward to it.
You've won your last 5 games against Dudley. There's not many teams, many programs in the state.
Last 4. It was last
4. Okay. Even 4. There's not many teams or programs in the state that can say that they've beaten the Dudley Panthers 4 times in a row. They've been some great epic games, some tight games. What's allowed your program to have that level of success against the Panthers?
Just that die-hard mentality. We done been behind in some of those games, and it's came down to the last 2 minutes in the 4th quarter, and our kids believe. And I like to tell people sometimes, believe it or not, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And some of them occasions it came down to some the ball bounced our way type deal, and we took advantage of it. And this year, it's you can throw all that 4-0 out of the equation. This is a different team, and Dudley's a different team, and we're expecting a war. Every time we play, we know it's going to come down to that 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's going to make both teams better for the rest of their schedule and the playoffs. What do you see from this Dudley Panthers team as you prepare for them, looking at them on film?
First thing you notice about Dudley when you watch them on film, I'm sorry. The first thing you notice about Dudley when you watch them on film, it's how talented they are. They're physical, they're fast. Each and every year they just don't rebuild, they reload. But hopefully that we can match that talent. We have a lot of talent on our football team also. You know, they have the Summers kid. He's playing more running back this year. The last couple of years he's been sharing time, and he's actually was a defensive player of the year. So you know, he hasn't been on the defensive side of the ball that much on film, but I can imagine we're gonna see that guy playing defense this week.
Yeah, he's the guy that they like to put into special situations now on defense, bring him off the edge, do different things with him. He was an all-state defensive player last year, so you know they did a little bit of that last week. And as you say, I think you're going to start to see that happen, especially in a game of this magnitude.
Yeah, and you know, they have a good quarterback with some tall, long receivers with some speed. And they always have a big offensive line and defensive line. And, you know, that's one of our strengths also. I like to tell people that we're a very similar team. We want to play good defense and run the football. So that's what it's going to come down to, who can run the football and who can get the most stops and turnovers.
It's going to be a great game to watch. Looking forward to it. Thank you for taking the time out of your week to get us up to speed and get us ready for the coach. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me. And thank you for following Mount Tabor football.
You got it.